Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about this bike. Um, we're going to get this motor running. However, this is not a good sign. After we cleaned it up a little bit, the cam cover's cracked. Right there, over here. We don't know why. And also, it's the wrong cam cover for it because it's like a KZ900A. It's got the lip. So we're going to take this off and find out what's going on, because they got the goop all over it here and stuff, and on and on. And then also what we're going to do, we're going to come up with a set of carbs for it, but we're just going to hook up the front brake on it for first, so we can just ride up and down the driveway. So just thought we'd tell you a little bit about it as we move it along. Okay, thanks. Okay, here's our motor. If you come over here, you can see it's a later 76 KZ900 motor because it shows the oil that goes in there. Now, as we just showed you earlier, we had to get rid of the cam cover because it was busted. And I don't know why they did this, but there's studs right here where there should be bolts. So we don't know what's going on there. So what we're going to do is we're taking all this out of here. We're going to take these studs out, and then looks like there's some marks on the cam, but I can't feel anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cams out and either polish them or replace them, because we got plenty of them. So we want this to be a good motor for somebody. Then of course it's got this goop. Some people like, they call it silicone. We're kind of allergic to it, but it is what it is. So we're going to put new caps in here, and then we're going to put a new gasket in here, and then I have a nicer cam cover for it. So thanks for looking in, and we're going to go from there. I see we got a busted cover right here, so we'll probably change that out too. And then we'll get it fired up and see what happens. So Kenny's on it as we speak. Okay, thanks. Okay, we got a little bit more progress here on this motorcycle here. We're changing the oil, putting a new filter in it, and we're going to put a new drain plug in it because someone kind of gooned this one. It's kind of customized with an axle nut welded to the head of the bolt. Looks pretty cool, but we're going to change that up. Okay, when Kenny took this apart, he had some broken clutch plates. So we're going to the clutch is all together. We're gonna put the new oil filter in it, put some plugs in it, and I guess it didn't take the gasket. And here's our oil filter bolt and stuff, and we're gonna put the washer on it. So here you go, and we also this had a bent valve. This sat at our farm for a long time. So it had a bent valve in it. So Kenny put all really good used valves, all matching stuff. And we're gonna put it together today, stock cams. We're gonna try to get it fired up and make sure the transmission is good as well as the motor. Okay, the pistons looked okay. We're going to be offering this motor for sale, I believe, unless we use it on something. But this is not one of our rebuilt motors. This is just a motor that we're getting running, but it appears to be in good shape as it sits. Okay, here's our broken clutch plates that Kenny took out of the motor. And one of the reasons why we do this is because, number one, even though the clutch plates are stuck together, if you go to drive it the first time and you can't go anywhere, or it goes in gear and just keeps moving, that can be dangerous. As well as we also like to take this off to find out if there's anything going on. Now the oil, you can see my fingers right here. The oil was good. It had about 5 quarts of oil in it though. But anyway, that's what the oil looked like. So that it was clean. So my guess is someone took this motor and put some valves in it or something down the line, and then something happened where it just wouldn't start or something, because the pistons looked really nice, the cylinders looked really nice, and but we had a bent valve, so we don't know what's up with that. But anyway, we're going to replace this cover here because this is kind of gooned. So keep in mind, I bought this years ago. Maybe I've had this motor 20, 25 years, and we're just now getting it going. But so I really don't know any of the history on the bike, and for the condition it's in right now, we wouldn't want to restore this one because it'd take a lot of time, and we're more into the Z1s than the KZs. Okay, thanks.
What year is that?
This bike, according to the VIN number, is KZ900A. And the reason why we know this is because if you look at the engine case right here, it says oil capacity. The earlier ones were smooth, and I think they did this in mid-76. I don't know 100% for sure, but I'm pretty close. And then here's the number block and stuff. This is a authentic serial number, so this would be a great motor for if you were doing a KZ900 or you had a Z1. It is very similar to Z1 motor. The only difference that I know of is the engine case where it says here for the capacity. Outside of that, they're pretty much all the same. Here's our 76 Kawasaki KZ900 motor. Now, we didn't rebuild this motor. We did put some gaskets in it, and we put a cam chain in it because the cam chain was loose and making noise, and we changed it out. The rest of the motor is decent shape. This is not a rebuilt Johnny's motor. It is not. However, it's got new head gaskets and some O-rings and stuff. And we did put a cam chain in it. We've been through the clutch. We just put a set of old carbs on just to make sure it runs. But motor seems to be pretty much oil tight. And so we're gonna have Kenny test the transmission right now, and he's gonna fire it up, and we're gonna see if it smokes and all this other stuff. Okay, let's hear it. Bit. Now keep in mind, all we did was just put a cam chain in it and the gaskets, and there's no motor noise or anything like that. Like the clutch is working good. Has a little smoke. We're going to offer this motor for sale, and I just want to finalize a few things. The fins right here, got a couple chipped up fins on the jug, and I did notice that it has 1 step colder spark plugs in it than normal. Possibly the stock size spark plugs may clear up that smoke a little bit. I don't know for sure. This motor will probably last a couple seasons. It is a very good rebuildable motor, and I think someone would have good luck with this. And all the hardware is pretty decent on it. Some of the stuff is replated, stuff that we usually use. You got the dyno cover over here is a sensational condition right here. And sprocket cover is really nice, and the starter is still in it and everything. So this is a plug-in job ready to go. Still got the points and everything in it, but not a bad bike. Not a bad motor for a bike. Not bad at all. So got a genuine serial number on it. And like I said before, because of the writing on the cases, we believe this is mid 76. So anyway, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Okay, thanks a lot.